Welcome.
No.
Welcome back
Okay.
to our podcast. My name is Louis.
My name is Craig.
And today's going to be actually kind of weird because we don't know what the hell we're going to be talking about. We kind of just winged it because we want to make sure that we're, I don't know, consistent at least in some of the podcasts, like creating something weekly. Oh, by the way, you're going to hear a lot of cooking in the background because my wife is cooking right now, but that's cool. But how you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Happy it's the end of the year.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I'm like, the end of the year is full of, well, it's supposed to be full of festivities and people you love. So it's like, okay. I could take a break from the usual day-to-day to do that.
Yeah.
I always appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. So the end of the year kind of signifies, it's like, for me, it's like everyone kind of stops for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I
like,
do like the time off.
Yeah.
I
Who
love
doesn't?
the time
Who
off,
doesn't?
and then
What kind of monster doesn't like the time off?
I know the only
The
sad part to
Grinch.
think, not to think in the future, but like the only sad part is like right after this, there's just no time off for a while.
So like what, like May or something like that?
Something like that. It's crazy. I mean, I take days off because I'm like I need them, but after that, it's over.
I try not to. I try to save my days for the vacations I never take.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, the vacations I literally never take.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes no sense, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, I guess like I mentioned before, like today's just gonna be a toss. We have like things that we want to talk about, but it was just literally just we just finished writing them not too not too long ago. I wanted to do something different, so I did write certain things that I want to talk about that Chris has no idea what the heck. It's just events that happened throughout the year that I think were kind of like fun or funny. And I wanted just to see what your reaction is. But before we go into that, let's talk about, you have any New Year's resolutions? I know you don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, I don't.
But do you have anything that you want to do that you're planning on doing next year?
No, nothing really. I do want to go to the gym a little more consistently. I feel like at the end of this year, I did it no justice. But I think it should be fine. I think that's just something that I just, right after the holidays, I get right back on track. So,
Bro, with the gym, for me, it's so difficult. Like, you know how everybody talks about the gym and they're like, oh, you know, if you go to the gym for, what is it, like 2 weeks or something like that? I think it's like a certain amount.
21 days?
21 days or something. You form a habit and then it just becomes like natural for you. You actually enjoy going. You'll miss it when you're not there. Bruh.
Does that work for you?
To the gym for a long time.
Like 21 days is
bro,
out.
I
What
hate the
happened?
gym so much. I hate it, bro.
I mean,
it's
not everyone's gonna love it.
I don't know what it is. I can't listen, but don't get me wrong. Okay, here's what I say. Right, here's what I should say. I hate the thought of going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I'm done, I feel good.
That makes sense. I
Okay.
mean, I get it too. There are days where I really, truly do not want to go.
Yeah.
Like there's just I'm dragging my feet and I force myself, and those are sometimes the worst days, because I go there and I feel like I wasted my time.
Yeah. No, I get that a lot too. I have my lazy days where I go to the gym. I'll lift basically nothing. And then I just spend most of my time on the treadmill.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm doing a walk, and at that point, I feel like some old ass Bertha, like some 50, no, some 70-year-old ass woman.
Mm-hmm.
Who's like, yeah, I got my workout in.
Yeah.
Literally,
But sometimes that's all we need. I mean,
I know,
as long as you
but-
made it, right? But it's, I don't know. For me, it's just.
I'm like, nah. Am I doing my best? And this is why when people take pre-workouts, I'm like, yo, I get it. I honestly get it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because if you want to feel like you can punch through a wall and you want to take out that frustration on weights, be my guest. But at the same time, I know I don't want to go that route, so I don't.
Bro, I can't take pre-workout.
Why? You get
it messes with my heart like too much
Oh,
to the point where
I can see that.
the point where it's just like I get scared.
You know what's funny? I haven't admitted this to many people, but there was one point in time where I was obsessed with losing fat, like trying to stay slim or trim or something like that, and I was historically never the skinniest kid. Always had problems and this and that. And at one point, I came across thermogenics. It's basically supplements that have certain compounds that are supposed to help you burn fat, but they're usually they're formulated with some sort of caffeine, a high amount of caffeine.
Oof.
We're talking 150 milligrams, 200 milligrams per pill. Oof. Maybe you're taking 2 pills at a time before the gym, and it becomes questionable at a certain point in time.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Like, I can drink a cup of coffee, and that's usually as
How
far
many
as
milligrams are in a cup of coffee?
It's about, it depends. I would say it really does depend on the brand and how many ounces and how we're brewing it. Many, many, many things. But I can say probably with ease anywhere from 80 to 100 milligrams of caffeine.
80 to, and you were taking how much, you said?
Probably per pill was like 150 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So the heart thing, I feel it because there was one day where I literally felt like I was going to vomit. I felt like I was going to faint.
Yeah.
I was working out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I felt overheated. At the same time, I wanted to sit down. At the same time, I wanted to stand up. I did not know what the fuck was going on, and I was like, wow, this shit is really not good for you. I realized then and there. I was like, oh. Shit that could do this to you? No, not good.
Bro, I had one.
He was like, no.
I took one. It was like X something. I forget what the name of it was.
They always name it some crazy ass shit like X Factor Fuel. Like just like, what? What do you mean?
It was something wild. And then I went to the gym, right? And I'm waiting for it to feel it, right?
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, I swear to you, I thought I was having a heart attack. Like,
yo, I feel that.
The heart started going crazy, like, and I was like,
you got to convince yourself that you're not dying.
Yeah.
You literally have to convince yourself that you're not dying. At that point, I made it halfway up. You remember the old house in Wayne? So I made it up halfway down the stairs. Halfway up the stairs, the basement stairs.
Yeah.
Because I was convinced. I was gonna tell my parents. I was convinced I was having like some sort of stroke or a heart attack, bro. Because I was trying to work out and it was working, but I was like, oh, and I was just like, I couldn't. There was like I couldn't release enough energy, and I was nervous at the same time. It was like a complete shit show, to be honest with you.
No,
I was like,
it's
not
so bad.
cool.
Like I started getting my heartbeat started getting crazy, right? And I was like, I wanted to do something because I was like, I know this is like kind of what's supposed to happen, not really,
exactly.
but like kind of what's supposed to happen, and. Bro, I tried to like go and like do a bench or something, but when I sat down, when I like laid back, to kind of go in that position to start lifting, bro, I thought I was gonna pass out.
Yo, it does feel that way.
I left. I went home, bro. I went home. I was like, I can't do this.
I was like, I'm gonna faint.
Yeah,
I'm gonna faint. You know what's funny? I did exercise. I did, and it felt like I was getting something done, but at the same time, I was still nauseous. I was still nauseous. The heart rate was up. I was sweating. I was hot. I was cold at the same time. I wanted to sit down. I was just uncomfortable. It was just overstimulation at the worst level, like too much caffeine. And then that in conjunction with the thermogenic stuff, like I'm pretty sure there was plenty of companies that came up and went under during the time when like I think Oxy Elite Pro was one of them. I think that's the one that I took. Then there was their Oxy something. Like all these fat burners, they ended up just being these either placebos or these shit ass supplements that actually mess you up.
Yeah.
And that's what people didn't realize. It's like they just dose you with these high dosages of caffeine and whatever other ginger ass root to get your fat to burn or whatever they said would help, which doesn't. But
wait, in the 21 days, right, where you create a habit, right? Is that supposed to be 21 days in a row?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe that's why I haven't done it, because I always have my breaks right throughout the week.
I was actually going to tell you that. I was like, maybe you shouldn't take the break on the weekends. I remember not too long ago you did something pretty cool. You were trying to really hold yourself accountable to some sort of standard, like to walk 10,000 steps, and that's admirable because 10,000 steps is It's not like you could just walk around the block once around here in the tri-state area and then just say, all right, that's 10,000 steps. No, you have to make.
Bro, I didn't realize how hard 10,000 steps was.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think a
yeah.
mile, like, if you think about you go to the gym, you try to do a mile or something like that. A mile is only like 1,000 something steps, right?
I don't know. I
It's
haven't
something like
measured
that.
it, but either way is like you were doing that, and I think you had some steam with that because
Yeah.
you were doing it in a row, and you
Yeah.
had some steam.
But
And
that
I
was the
like, "Ooh."
summer, because what I was doing
Yeah.
is at work on my lunchtime, I
You
would
go
go,
out and
I would go
walk.
and walk for like do a couple of laps and then go back to work.
See
But
that's the problem. It's like when you don't have the ease of doing it. It's like how do you even
now it's so difficult. I mean, I guess I
winter
think for me to
time?
do it now, I would have to go to the gym twice a day to hit the 10,000.
You would have to go in the morning, and then you would have to go after
Yeah,
work.
or it would have to be like a busy day at work, where not busy in a sense because I'm always busy, but in terms of um like walking a lot. Like I will have to be going to the warehouse a lot to gather a lot of my products, and I don't know, just physical movement. I don't know. We're just going on a tangent now, but
Or you could always just tell your bosses like, hey, I need a walking desk.
I put a
Now.
treadmill on my
Put a treadmill on my standing walking desk. I need it. Thank you very much, or else bye.
No, I can't
I'm
say
just
that.
kidding. I'm
I can't
just
say
kidding.
Okay, so then, all right, so you have that. You
No,
don't
no, for
really, you don't
Christmas.
really
Give me for
believe in
Christmas.
resolutions, right? But you're one of the things that you want to do next year is be more consistent in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you were thinking about? I have a few for myself.
I got a couple things like certain projects like programming wise and whatnot that I want to polish, and I want to build like some sort of portfolio and maybe even direct where I want to go career wise. It's kind of just weird. Just stupid shit on the side, but well, no, it's not weird. It's career. It's job.
Yeah.
So doing things like that, like putting certain skills into practice. That's
Yeah.
important when you're trying to build out solutions and trying to understand the problems that companies or you may encounter. So I want to sharpen those skills. I want to be able to, give solutions and answers when people need them.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe buy a property. That's probably on my bucket list as well. I do want to go back again to Ecuador. I had a trip this year.
Oh, you want to go back next year?
Yeah, I do want to go back next year. So
You want to go with your family like you did this year, or
yeah, but maybe I don't know. I don't know if we want to do the same group or bigger group or smaller group. The logistics of a bigger group are way different
Yeah,
when
it's
you're trying
hard.
to get many people in one place at the same time and you're all leaving from different places.
Yeah.
One of my brothers is in Florida, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
With his wife, he's there. My other brother, he lives in South Jersey kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a driving distance away. Plus, he has his own family. But to just get us, not even my oldest brother, there was already a mission.
Yeah. I mean, it's four brothers to get, and then plus your parents.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
has to.
just
Their schedules has to work at the same
everything.
time.
You have to ask for the time off. You have to buy the right tickets. If you
Yeah.
can't take the full time off, who's gonna be where, when, what, how? Who's gonna be who, when, how? That's how it turned out to be. Not everyone can take the full, amount of time off.
Things
I was
come
lucky.
up. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
lucky that I took some time off, and I was also lucky that I was able to work a little bit as well. I connected from over there. Everything was good. The trip was great, and I wanted to repeat because there are plenty of people over there, plenty of family over there that we still have connections with, and they appreciate when we come visit. And I see that every time I go, but it was more prevalent now because there was more of us. More of my family present.
Yeah. You know what's funny talking about like traveling, when I go out to, I don't know, any other place that is not Puerto Rico, my home, I can travel and be there for a week. But when I go to Puerto Rico, I feel like I've never done it, but I would love to go to PR and go there for like 2, maybe 3 weeks, because I need time to travel and do my own thing, but I need extra time to be able to visit every family member.
That is so difficult.
It's so hard, man.
So difficult. Yeah, no. That was another challenge
Mm-hmm.
because not only do we have family, we have people that we encountered and we interacted with over there in whatever way or form or fashion, and we still have connections with, and those are connections you appreciate and
Mm-hmm.
the good connections,
Yeah.
not harmful ones.
Yeah.
So obviously you still want to keep those connections, and it's difficult when you're at a distance and everyone has their own thing going on. But when you're present there and you share moments together, that's when you obviously build new stories and whatnot, and it's kind of nice to see that happen all over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but yeah, it's interesting, and but the time, like you said, it's almost not enough. I think I was there in total. I think 10 days was the entirety of the trip. So like, if you chop up the first day and the last day, which is probably dedicated to just traveling,
Mm-hmm.
you figure it's 8 days worth of being with people and whatnot, and everyone's trying to pull each other in different directions.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
our family is like, oh, come over here. Friends are like, oh, come over here. And it's
Mhm.
like, where do you go? What do you do?
If you don't visit somebody, you end up being looking bad. It's like, yeah.
It's like, I told everybody over there. I even told we had when we lived over there. Obviously, things are a little different, and things, economics and culture are completely different than here in the U.S. So over there, we were able to afford basically a maid. But she was basically part of the family. She was as like a worker for us and whatnot. So we treated her very, very fairly, and we forged a very, very good relationship with her. And I even apologized, like that we weren't able to see her. We saw her last time because it was only my parents and I.
Mm-hmm.
This time it was my brother Ezekiel,
Yeah.
my brother Guido,
Mm-hmm.
his wife, my
Yeah.
parents and I.
Yeah. And everybody
Plus-
everybody has an idea of what they want to do.
Exactly. Plus, like more since this time, it was like it was a thing. It was like most of us were going.
Mm-hmm.
More family like appeared like out of the woodwork. They were taking days off. They were like so there were people taking their time out like out of their normal schedule.
That's beautiful, though.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
literally do everything just to spend time with us, and it was pretty cool to see. It was pretty cool to. I really did appreciate everyone that made the trip,
Yeah.
Possible.
I would love to go to Ecuador.
It's beautiful.
I want to have
It
to.
is-
I want to have
it-
to make.
listen.
I'm gonna have to make a trip one day
It's
and go with you guys.
it's difficult for me because of the plane ride and the airports and airplanes because I don't mesh with those. You know that
I hate
really
traveling,
do
bro. I
not
mean,
mesh
flying.
with those. I can't.
Yeah.
There's just something. I'm telling you, all I think about is like a tin can, like a Coca-Cola can, just floating in the air with people. That's what I think.
Yeah, you don't like being with people. I just hate flying because I'm petrified of flying. I don't know what it is.
Is it because like disaster or something like that? Like what?
I guess I think of like any like little like turbulence bothers me, and I'm like always thinking I'm like, oh my god, is the plane gonna crash? Like it's just
You're
it's
thinking
just
like some Final Destination shit. Like
yeah, it's just my brain how it works. I don't know why,
No,
but
listen,
I don't
get
like
it too because it's like part of me, part of my I guess you could say anxiety with the whole situation is we're up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
There's people here. There's a limited amount of exits, and you technically cannot even open those exits unless a certain
emergency, yeah.
a certain set of events happen.
Yeah.
And unless you're assured that you're not gonna die when you get out of that exit, so there's a lot of conditions and a lot of people in one confined space.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even claustrophobia because I've been on.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been on Spirit Airlines. Okay, don't sue me, Spirit. Okay, I'm not. What is it? I don't know what to say. Legal disclaimer. It's my opinion, not professional. No fact.
Hey, you can say whatever you want, bro.
Anyway,
Spirit sucks.
Yo, listen. I'm not gonna lie. Like I am very frugal.
Yeah.
Like people that know me, people know that I'm frugal.
I know.
People know that I save my money. I try to listen. And when I saw Spirit, I'm like, how bad can it be? The truth of the matter is, realistically speaking, this is honestly, realistically speaking, for someone my freaking size, I'm a tiny freaking guy. I'm like 5'6" on a good day. Like for someone like me, cool, I fit in that damn seat. But for someone like bigger, I would dare say the limit is like 5'9". After
What?
that, yeah, I would dare say 5. After that,
That's
your
me.
space is going to be cramped. I'm telling you, my knees were touching the front seat. I kid you not. They were like, it was enough for my tension level to be a little more heightened than usual, and I'm not scared of confined
When did
spaces.
you travel with Spirit?
February 2021 for a wedding to Puerto Rico
to PR.
Yeah, and then I went to Vegas also in December.
With Spirit too?
With Spirit also.
Oh my God,
because
bro.
they canceled. That was the whole COVID BS that was going on, and they ended up canceling my flight to, I think, not San Juan, Aguadilla. Yeah, Aguadilla. So the other airport in Puerto Rico or whatever. It was going to be closer to where the wedding was going to be, the destination wedding. So the point was to get there, to get as close as possible and be, all convenient and whatnot. And I was with someone at the time, so it was like, all right, let's make this the least amount of headache as possible. This is a trip with somebody. I want it to go okay or whatever. And lo and behold, Spirit was like the only airline that was booked to Aguadilla, and I'm like, this already smells fishy. They canceled it.
I don't think I've ever traveled to Aguadilla, actually. I always go to San Juan.
It's a very small airport. So it's like, if you don't like the airport vibe already, and if you don't like the abandoned ass, like, Walking Dead airport ass, like Resident Evil vibe, then don't go to Aguadilla, because that Aguadilla could get a little, like, a little desolate at certain times.
Okay.
So, but overall, it's a nice airport. If you're going to Mayagüez or whatever, it's like worth it.
Yeah.
You're cutting some time off. Because I had to rent a car. Yeah, I had to rent a freaking car. That shit was far.
Yeah.
It's a couple hours. And it's like, I think we landed at like something like 1 a.m.
Oof.
And at that time, the COVID BS was
You were trying to get really cheap tickets.
I was trying to get, of course I was. It's like, and at that time, the person I was with, he was a big muscle. I used to compare him to this big ass muscle Charmander that you can probably see on Amazon, whatever. Give me affiliate links or something, money. How do we got to figure that one out here. Buy this muscle Charmander. Anyway, he was this big ass dude, and I would see him playing on the Switch, and I would feel so fucking awful. It's like, here I am, his significant other, buy him a ticket in a seat that he doesn't even fit in.
Oh my God, yeah.
He does. Yo, it was awful. I would turn over and I'll be like, yo, if I feel like shit, I wonder how he's feeling.
I can't imagine him being
like, with his Switch just like this. And his arms barely fit.
Poor guy.
I always tried to like give him enough space and everything. Like I felt horrible for both experiences. I forgot which one was worse. Whichever one had a transfer flight, not the Vegas one. The Vegas one didn't have a transfer flight. I think it was the one to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. The
flight to Florida, and then so we had a flight to Florida first, and then to Puerto Rico.
PR was like,
I think the flight to Florida, I kid you not, those seats were just straight up like, anyone that lives in New York City or that's taken the MTA, anyone that's taken buses, those bowl ass seats, that's basically what it was, with like not even half an inch of cushion.
Damn.
And no leg room and no give.
No.
On the seat, no give on nothing. So now imagine me, like I said, I fit in this thing. I'm like, all right, I can deal with this shit. But imagine someone bigger.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
You know what's funny though, for me, like even when I'm traveling, I just don't, like, comfort doesn't make it any better to me. Not that because I've never traveled with Spirit, but I think that even if I were to travel with Spirit, and the only thing, the only thing was the fact that I was more uncomfortable in that flight. I just don't think, for me, at least, I don't think that comfort would make it any better, because I'm just terrified the whole time, bro.
Same here. Like, a lot of people said, well, you haven't experienced first class. I was like, you don't understand my brain.
Yeah.
It's not going to it won't let me.
I wonder though if if we like travel like Emirates or something and got like a bed and stuff. No. I wonder if
my brain, bro. My brain will not allow me. I know.
That for me, I think might be able. If I had, okay.
No, I would have to take a lot of edibles. I'm not gonna lie.
It
might work, because if they lay me flat on something comfortable, with enough edibles, I could.
That's what I'm saying, because I can't sleep. I can't sleep on airplanes. I can't. It's a mix of like being like weird like that, with your neck like kind of bent, and then on top of that, just being scared. So
I need to lay down.
I wonder
to
if
sleep.
like laying down, being super
Yeah.
comfortable, and having complete access. 'Cause, bro, Wi-Fi sucks on airplanes. At least from my experience.
Actually, the last experience that I had with Ecuador with JetBlue was not that bad.
Bro, I don't know what it. I have such bad luck. I've traveled with
not that
JetBlue
bad.
and all
It has
United
to be like these
and American
newer
Airlines,
planes,
but
like,
like
you
even the
know.
newer ones where they like
Oh,
advertising
they're
the Wi-Fi
probably
and
like, oh,
everything.
it's down or whatever. I think one of the planes coming back, it was down, and I was like, well,
No, bro, I've
I'm
never
to sit here and
traveled.
just look at the freaking chair
No.
in front of me.
I think if I had a better connection to Wi-Fi, I think it might be that would be a little bit
If you could play
little
League
bit
of
better.
Legends in the air.
Oh, that would be
glorious.
great.
You
That
could
would be great.
distract me for
Yes.
hours on
What, like
League
if
or
I'm going to
any game.
if I'm going to go to Puerto Rico, that's like maybe 4 or 5 games.
Not even, yeah.
And
4 or
you're-
5
and you're in
games. You
PR.
could take a little break in between, take a pee break or
Yeah.
whatever, and then
Yeah.
anything. Or just honestly, yeah, any online game that's like challenging. It doesn't even have to be League.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, any game,
imagine
any-
you could play imagine you could play PUBG.
Hmm.
That would be fun. I don't know though. 'Cause PUBG takes a special kind of attention.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can provide that kind of attention in the air.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to play PUBG in the air. I feel
I
like
need
it
something
would
more
stress
absent
me
minded.
out.
I would need something more more absent minded.
Yeah.
I would need those games where, you kind of just hack away at something.
But Dreamlight
mindless.
Valley.
Dreamlight Valley is probably what, yeah, that's one of them.
Just chill. You know what? That game you could play offline, so that might be a good thing for me. And well, I'm like passing the game now, so
That's it. You got.
it's
endgame?
almost done. I mean,
You beat-
they're
you beat,
they're cool thing that they're doing
the
is that
Ice
they
Queen
keep
or whatever.
they keep releasing new characters. So if they keep doing that, then I'll have something to play in the future.
They're gonna do that, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, get the DLC for the newer characters, the newer Disney ones."
No, they didn't
Are
do
you
it that way.
sure?
No, because they released 3 new characters right now: Stitch, Woody, and Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nothing that had to be done. It's just
It's just you just get them.
no,
Update.
an update. Yeah, on the game. So
Okay, so they're thinking about it. That's not bad.
yeah,
That's not bad. I've heard high reviews on the game. I know you've been playing it for a while.
dude,
so.
I'm hooked. But it's
Maybe
just
some-
I love it because it's like a game that it doesn't take anything from me.
No brain
You know,
cells.
No brain cells. Yeah.
It's like, here you go. I'm gonna hit this rock right here, so I can mine this thing, so I can give you
Yeah.
rinse and repeat.
And I don't have people yelling at me the whole time. So
Yeah, people are like, what the fuck you doing? You damn support.
So
hate
so
it.
talking more into, I guess we were talking about resolutions and stuff. I definitely I'm handing him with you as well with like purchasing
my,
a
my
house.
resolution: be more toxic on League of Legends.
be
Yeah.
as toxic as people
Be
are.
as toxic as people are. I'm like, GG, you want to treat me like caca?
No, I just mute them.
I know. I'm
just
just
mute them.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I keep it away from me.
But
Sorry, go ahead.
I also I'm with you. I want to buy a house. I really hope that I'm able to do that. Hopefully by the end of the year. If not, worst comes to worst, it will be like beginning of 2024.
Mhm.
But I really want to get in the real estate game. Me and you talk about real estate all the time.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times.
And it's something that I really love, enjoy, and I want to do. So moving on from that, bro. Quickly before we go into like the fun topics, you know what's weird to me? Every New Year's, right, when we're celebrating, we're counting down, whatever. I try to think and kind of be in that moment and be like, okay, this year's gonna go fast as hell.
Yeah.
Because every time that I'm doing that countdown, I'm like, I was just here. I was just here doing the
passage
same
of time.
thing. Doing
Let
the
me
same
stop.
thing. Like, it felt like 2 days ago or a month ago. But,
Yeah.
bro, time
When
goes so fast,
when Christmas
man.
came around, like Christmas crept up on me this year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Christmas really like just slapped me in the face. I got back from Ecuador, I think it's like the beginning of November, and then before you know it, we were roasting a turkey, and I'm just like, really, like seriously, we're roasting a turkey, and then before you know it, Black Friday, all this fun stuff, holiday, blah blah blah, people, chestnuts,
Yeah.
you name it.
No,
you
it's
know.
crazy, bro.
Everything.
And this year, I told everybody I love my family.
like, I ain't
but
giving
I told
nobody gifts.
I was like, listen,
You know what's funny?
don't get
It's
me
sad.
anything.
I bought myself stuff.
Oh, no, that's
You know,
fine.
there's like-
That's
I'm
fine.
like-
But I just told everybody, I was like, don't get me anything. I'm just gonna try to save as much money as possible. And yeah, that's it. I got my nephews and niece a gift, and then nothing to anybody else. It's just, bro, I need to save money. I need to
No,
save money,
same,
man. And that's what I'm
same.
trying to do
That's
to
hard
buy this house
sometimes,
next year.
not everyone expects gifts, and that's one thing I always tell people. I was like, I've never been much of a gift giver or gift receiver. I don't really care too much about it.
Yeah.
I've kind of been the type of person where it's like, if you're around me and you're around me enough, sometimes I'll see that you either need something or you want to do something or whatever, and I might like give you a little push or something like that. I've done that before.
Yeah.
Like with my brother, he's into a little bit of photography right now and videography. So I told him, hey, take my old camera equipment. Why not? Explore.
Yeah.
Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Why not?
All right, so I'm gonna move on into these topics. Don't read them. Don't read them. Don't read them. I don't want you to read them. So I got these it's nothing crazy. It's just we'll test this out. It's just little things that happened this year. That I thought I was just reading in the internet, and I just want you to we'll talk about it. Okay. So the one simple one that happened, there was a baby born this year on February 22nd, 2022 at 2:22 in the morning. What you think about that?
Wow.
This is why I wanted to have this conversation with Chris, because Chris doesn't care about anything.
You over here painted me as an awful person. You might as well paint me as the Grinch. Someone put
Chris, there was a baby born
That's
on February 22nd, 2022 at 2:22 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy, Chris.
The Illuminati. Sum up the twos. How many twos? Whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
GG. Well, I don't know. It's great. Congratulations, whoever that
Congratulations
baby is.
to the family.
Seriously, congratulations. I hope you guys have an abundance of everything you need.
Yeah, all right. We'll move on to the next one. Okay. Don't read them. Don't read them. All right,
I'm trying not to.
The next one.
It's not working.
There was a kid, okay?
I'm hiding behind the pop.
There was a kid that for Halloween he dressed up as McDonald's French fries, and he took a picture. I think in front of like McDonald's or something, and he won. He now won French fries for a year for free.
For a year?
Yeah.
Yo, McDonald's, you could do much better than that. Seriously? That's stupid.
Well, they didn't have to do that.
I know they didn't have to do that, but that's dumb. Like, all right, you put effort. Listen, you love their damn fries. You might as well just give it to him for life, bro. You have a customer for life. I mean, McDonald's is already bad for you as it is.
They could.
That McDonald's don't sue me. This is not approved by the FDA. This is.
Bro, we having a brand deal that you just took away from us from
I'm
McDonald's.
Sponsor McDonald's.
They had reached me yesterday.
Really, they did.
Yeah.
Damn, they wanted to be on the podcast.
They
Who wanted to? Ronald McDonald?
We were gonna put McDonald's and eat McDonald's in the podcast, and they were gonna sponsor us. And now it's not gonna happen because you're trashing them.
What are they gonna give me? Just the patty? I don't even eat bread. I don't eat fries either. What is it going to be? A patty?
For those who don't know, Chris
is
keto, so he doesn't eat like.
I don't eat a lot of
basically,
stuff. Well,
a lot of stuff.
A lot of common stuff.
A lot of carbs that you don't eat.
A lot of refined shit.
All right, we'll move on to the next one.
People
we'll move on to the next one. Okay,
but this is like the French fries. That's messed up. McDonald's, give them like 10 years, bro.
10 years?
Yeah, like make that person happy. How old was this guy?
I don't know. I have to read into it. These are just the little topics that I put. I didn't read. By the way, I didn't read into any of these topics, so I just read the title.
You could give him diabetes and you have a customer for life at the same time. This is a win-win.
What is giving them a diabetes? Giving diabetes is a win-win.
I don't know. You get him hooked to the food. He'll be like, I need my food. Have you not watched that stupid one? What was that stupid documentary? 60 pounds McDonald's or whatever. Happy Eater.
Oh, the guy that ate McDonald's for like
shit. Yeah. You know what's
what was
funny?
It for like a month or something?
I don't even remember. All I know is
he almost died.
I was baffled. I was honestly when I saw it. I didn't watch it when it was popular. I kind of tend not to do that. I don't know why, but I when I saw it like I think like a year and a half ago. I was completely baffled at what it did to his body.
I don't remember it too much, man. I remember watching, but He gained a lot of weight.
He gained a shit ton of weight. I don't even remember. I wish we had a.
I know.
Where's
It says
my
my phone is recording, so I can't really look at anything. But
Damn it, my phone is charging. But yeah, no. He gained a ridiculous amount of weight in a very ridiculous short amount of time. And at the same time, he was like pre-diabetic, hypertensive, like all these health markers are off the charts.
But then he went back, right? And he got better.
He got better.
Yeah,
he got better
because he obviously got off of that diet.
Yeah, he actually had another documentary. This time it was a little different. It was exposing kind of the food market or the processed food market from the perspective of like a marketing perspective. Like, oh, I can tell you this chicken's made with no hormones or whatever. But the truth of the matter is there are no chickens with hormones. That's illegal. Or something like that. Like there's certain things that they put on the labels that it doesn't really matter because that's happening anyway. Like free range or things like that. Like you really have to understand those labels before you start labeling things.
Yeah.
But marketers have used all this terminology to then sell you food that the public perceives as healthier.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be, whether it's some type of chicken sandwich shack thing, whatever the case may be, they all sell you these alternatives that are deemed as healthier, but they're not. Sometimes,
Isn't that false advertisement though?
Pretty much, but at the same time, it's like if you're well within the confines of the legal verbiage, apparently you're
it's
not,
like twisting words so it could be legal
it's like,
to say.
Like, think about it. It's like it's like free range eggs or no, what is it? No hormones to our chickens or whatever. Well, most people don't know. I think that's a big one. Don't quote me on that one, but I think that's one of them. Something about hormones. Well, they don't inject them with hormones anyway. They just have a particular subspecies of like chicken or something like that.
Yeah.
That breed fast, grow fast, and that they go through their life cycle fast, and they're able to. Don't get me wrong. It still seems a little inhumane to raise them in certain conditions, but they grow up fast. That's the point. The efficiency, producing and all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
So the point is like you can put that type of jargon in your language and still kind of make the public perceive you as healthier when you're not really healthier.
Yeah.
So like most of the products out there that are being made, they're not.
That's the problem too with me, bro. In freaking trying to lose weight, I can eat, bro. I know.
It's like you've told me, and it's like I always forget. Like I've seen you. Like I've seen you, and I've known you, but it's one of those where it's like I know you that I don't see it, and I don't always perceive it as such. So I've seen you eat like that before, but it's like you don't do it now and whatnot. But
I try not to.
I don't remember your entire meal, but I remember that meal that you always tell me.
Yo, why you putting me on blast right now?
I'm sorry,
yo?
I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to bleep it out.
No.
30-second segment out.
No, put me on blast. Put me on blast, Chris.
This is brought to you by Weight Watchers.
Tell me. Tell me what I did, Chris.
I don't know. You ate the burgers. And the fries is. That's what you did. I don't really remember, but I do remember. I don't know the meal, but
listen. I remember we've spoken about this before, but I'll mention it here.
Yeah.
Easy day before, and when I was like almost 300 pounds. Okay.
Wow.
Easy day of eating for me was wake up, go to I used to like that was at my job, but then I'm telling you like a full fast food day. Okay. I will go to McDonald's. I would get the McGriddle with the hash browns, raspberry iced tea, and I think that was it. That was my morning routine. Okay. Then for lunch, I would have. I would either go back to McDonald's or go to like eat some pizza or something. But if I went back to McDonald's, it would be number one large, which was the Big Mac with large fries, a large raspberry iced tea. I would always get raspberry iced tea. Raspberry iced tea.
I used to love
Oreo McFlurry and 2 apple pies.
2 apple pie de cherry?
Yeah, 2 apple pies. Yeah. That's an insider. So in Puerto Rico, okay, I don't know why, We don't say, "Can I get a cherry pie?" We say, "Can I get an apple pie of apple pie de cherry?"
A
So
cherry apple pie.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I
It's just
grew up
maybe
like
the
that, saying that.
language. It's just the language thing. Maybe it goes to show you how much cultural influences such companies have. Really, truly.
But wait, because we're going out. So we did the breakfast, right? I would have lunch, and then for dinner, I would have either like Burger King or whatever it was, bro. It was easy.
It was easy, right?
It was easy.
That's what I always hear because I've never been trapped in that loop, but I can understand why it can happen. When I didn't have money and I was going to school, for example, and my parents didn't have money to put me through school. They helped me with a lot more, just a roof over my head and everything, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But they didn't have money for anything else, so I had to provide my own gas, my own insurance, my own food, things like that. And you spend a lot of money eating out, but the convenience of it, and then how tasty it is, right? Right? And it's meant to be like that. That's the thing. It's meant to make you come back.
Good, man. It's
and
so addicting.
Anyone that thinks that they don't know what they're doing doesn't understand why those companies have ballooned up to be the size that they are in the first place. Honestly, it really, truly, seriously.
Yeah.
Their entire everything is geared towards bringing you back.
Yeah.
Everything, even the Happy Meal, everything. It's meant to attract kids.
And they got
the
me, Chris.
convenience. They got me
And
too
they
when I was
got
little. Listen,
me
I wanted some
hard.
toys. I wanted some. I don't even remember. There was some Burger King toys from I think what's that dinosaur movie, The Land Before Time or something like that. I wanted that stupid little water squirting pterodactyl. I think there was one or something like that. I wanted them. I wanted them. They got me too. But
bro, I'm still there. Listen, like I don't eat as bad now. I'm still like struggling with like losing weight, but I don't eat as bad but still I still eat. Sometimes, I go out and I'll eat McDonald's, I'll eat Wendy's, I'll have like Five Guys, I'll have Chipotle, I'll have whatever, because there's
nothing wrong with having Five Guys.
It's so good. Wait, what?
What? What? It's Five Guys.
Yeah.
It's great. Their patties are great.
Yeah.
It's keto.
And the French fries.
It's keto. Yeah. I can't have the French fries though.
Oh, you can have the peanuts.
Yeah, and the patties. And
the
all the cheese and all the bacon on the planet.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Don't read it.
Wait, no. I want.
What?
I was thinking about talking about like culture and stuff like that, and cultural influence and stuff like that. What are some things in Puerto Rico that are like a New Year's thing that you haven't seen here in the States? I thought about that like really quickly, and I was like, I have one that's a very weird one, but the custom is very curious, and I actually think it's a pretty cool one as well. It's an Ecuadorian custom, as far as I know, or maybe a Southern American thing. But as far as I know, it's an Ecuadorian thing. When I lived over there.
What is it?
Well, they have this thing where they call it quemando el año viejo. It's burning the old year. So literally, what happens is a bunch of people in the markets or people that know pyrotechnics, whatever the case may be, they make these big ass like almost like scarecrow looking guy things, right? And they stuff them basically with fireworks or things like that.
Fireworks?
Or things that are flammable, whatever the case may be. Okay. Things that make noise, whatever the case may be. Just to make it some sort of show. Almost like a spectacle. Almost like a fireworks show per se. And what people do in Ecuador, a lot of people literally take these things, they put them out in the street, and at 12, they light that shit on fire, and they burn the old year. And it's like the custom.
Is that like in front of somebody's house?
Yeah, everyone out in the street. Oh my god, I almost knocked this shit over. Anyway, anyone out in the street, literally, it's like households.
Did your parents ever do that?
We did it once with good friends of ours, ones that we actually interacted with and visited while we were there in November. And we used to do that when we were younger and we did it with them. I think twice we did it with them. The first time we did it kind of like, at a distance. The second time is like, I think we were pretty much lighting everything on fire. Yeah. Fireworks, why not? They would give us little fireworks with little lighters. Here, kids, enjoy. I'm like, great. Let's blow our freaking hands off.
I'm trying to think. man, I'm gonna get roasted if I'm missing one. But I really can't think of anything that we did that was so different. I know we did parrandas, but
That
but
is different.
but I feel like that's like caroling.
No, no, no.
No,
I can't.
like
I can't.
comparing to something.
No. Caroling is like boiling chicken and like
Well,
parranda is
okay,
like
okay.
adobo.
Well,
Like,
no. I know that. I know
there's
that.
some
Like,
flavor.
yeah.
There's
You
some
bring
flavor.
like the type of music that is being like, I guess, in sang,
Yeah, they're
sung,
singing or
sang.
whatever, sang song, sing,
Um,
sing.
it's yeah. We got that flavor. We got into the flavor.
I'm
It's
not
like
gonna
it's
say
no,
yeah,
but I'm
but
saying like the okay. This is the difference. What we usually do, we do the parranda, right?
mhm.
Parranda is just basically like a caroling, in a sense, right? You sing, you go into it, but this is the way that's done, right? So you go into a person's house that you know, and it's like at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, around there, right?
At
And
ungodly hours.
yes, like super late. Okay. So this is why it's different. Okay, so you go there around like 1, 2 in the morning. Everybody's sleeping, and you wake their asses up with music. You just start playing. There's like we got the panderetos, right? It's like, and then
Oh
you
my
start.
God.
Everybody starts singing, yeah, Christmas songs, whatever.
Anything.
And then
Yeah.
everybody comes out of the house, like, crossing their eyes.
Literally,
Right?
with the crusty in their eyes,
Yeah.
just all
And they're like,
waking
and then
up.
and then they're all with like with their batas and their
Their
stuff like that.
pajamas
And they're
and
all
stuff, and
singing,
they're all
singing in front of the door,
clapping.
right?
And
And then
it's-
listen. And then we finish the songs, right? We get the hell out of there, and we go to the next house, okay? And then the next house, we do the same thing. But what happens is the difference is eventually you get to this one house, right? That the one house, these people usually know that you were coming.
Yeah.
And at this house, you
They
do the
prepare.
parranda and you go inside and you eat this
And
feast, bro.
yeah.
Feast at like 5 in the morning,
Yeah,
bro. 6,
yeah.
7 in the morning, whatever, how long it lasted.
Coffee. There's
Oh.
you name it. It's like whatever people would pick at night.
Oh yeah. I don't
Like,
know.
that's
People
his-
people do it. There's different ones. There's people that do like picadillos or like pastelillo or like
Yeah,
stuff like
like
that, like
little
things like
things.
sandwiches and stuff like that, like little like sandwiches. I'm saying it all in Spanish,
No,
but
it's fine.
it's Spanglish anyway. Yeah, but there's other people that create freaking pernil and rice and like
Pernil?
bro, a whole feast, man. So yeah, okay, that's
Damn,
that's
at 5
something.
in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Like
My uncle, who was just out, he was telling my dad was telling my uncle was out the other day, up to like 7 in the morning. He got home, I think, at seven
Oh,
at 7 a.m.
No,
Yeah.
no. There's a certain AM hour that I just shut down. I can't do that.
You would like it.
You think
You would
so?
you would stay up because first of all you're a night person.
Yeah, I am a night person. That's true.
And just the music itself, it will wake you up.
Really?
It will wake you up 100%. It's so much
I
fun.
want to try it now.
But it's so ridiculous
it
because
again. I wanna do
you're
that.
not only waking up the people you're going to
So
visit,
messed up.
but you're waking up
Yo,
everybody
that's
around
so
you, bro.
it's so messed up. Yo, I swear, no, only Spanish people, no racial. I hate everyone equally. I'm not racist.
Okay, so yeah, so that's a little that's one thing that we do different. I don't know if there's anything else. I'm sure
That is
I'm
different.
sure
They
there
don't
are.
do that here.
Yeah. It's not the same.
I have a story. I'm not sure if I should be saying it or not.
Oh, boy.
I'm just kidding. It was a long time ago. We were doing something similar with my dad's church and some family members and whatnot. It was when people were really involved in church and my parents were very, very, very active. So one year we decided to do that.
Paranda?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and we decided to do it. It was a little different. We actually stopped at everyone's house, and they gave us very small things because we jumped everyone's house. There was no one knew nothing.
Yeah.
It's just we just started. I think it was 1 year. I think it was Norris. I think it was Sister Norris or something like that that started it.
Mm-hmm.
Came to our house, and then we went to other houses, etc., etc.
Yeah.
There was 1 year. I think they did this 2-3 years in a row. There was one particular year where they went to the wrong house.
Oh.
My dad literally, he said he was like, they started saying, "You ain't gonna lie, nah, me nah. You ain't gonna lie, nah, me nah. And he says he sees the light turn on, and I'm just like, okay. I wasn't there. If I was there, I would have died of laughter. I would have literally. You would have had to take me to St. Joe's Hospital. I would have died of laughter because he said the way he describes it, I can picture it, and I can see it as bright as day. He sees the light turn on, and then people are still, que felicidad. People still singing. This lady comes out of nowhere.
Oh, no.
And she's of fair skin. And she's not associated with what you would commonly associate with Spanish folk. I don't think she used adobo. I'm just kidding. If you're listening, lady, we love everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, and they wake up this lady, and she's the wrong one. And my dad literally just says, like, "That's not her."
Oh my God.
And the icing on that story, the icing on the cake is everyone knows my dad, very well in church. He's a pastor.
Uh-huh.
The icing on that cake was they said they turned around and they saw my dad, the first one
up
running
there to
the
apologize.
car. No.
Wait, what?
They ran. This is why I'm
Your
questioning
dad
whether
did not run.
They were like, this is not the house. The story was he ran. He was the first one to leave. They turned around and they saw him. He was gone. Just gone.
As soon as the lady comes out, all you hear is like, oh, it's
Yo,
your dad
here's the
bouncing.
car. Everyone just rushed to the car. And I'm just like, all right, this is definitely, at that point in time, when my parents told me that, I'm like, you really could have gotten arrested.
Yeah, for
Like, I would have had to bail you out for causing a ruckus
that would have been a funny ass story.
in my suburban neighborhood. Okay? That would have been a funny story.
Funny
I don't really
story.
know how it happened. This was before, like,
That's crazy.
the evolution, the crazy tech evolution of iPhones and GPSs in everyone's hands and stuff like that. So it was confusing to get everyone everywhere, but that was part of the fun until they had to run to a car and escape. But but yeah, oh my God,
That still sounds fun to me.
yeah,
though.
it was freaking funny as hell. But that's what I'm saying is like culturally that is very different. They wouldn't do that here. I mean, this was just the season.
And to think about this all started from the story of the kid with the French fries.
What the conversation?
Yes.
No, with the McDonald's kid,
Yeah.
they really should have given him 10 years. Seriously, a year for wearing a costume, not even worth my time. Can I sell that membership to someone? That's what I would do.
I'm going to tell you the next time. Don't look at it, Chris. I see you looking.
I'm trying not to.
So the next one was a child collides with sloth on zip line in Costa Rican rainforest. So the kid is going down a zip line and he crashes with a sloth.
Are they both okay?
They're both okay, but the funniest.
The poor sloth.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing.
The poor sloth probably had zero.
I watched a little bit of the video.
Wait, there's a video?
I watched a little bit of the video.
Can we?
Wait. And the sloth, right? You know how sloths are so slow, right?
No, that's why I want to see it.
So when all you see is the sloth turns around. So slow. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Wait, when he's down on the floor?
No, because he was hanging from the zip line. That's what happened.
But did he get knocked off the zip
No,
line?
he was still on it. But
The
that sloth
sloth?
is strong. Yes.
Wow.
He
so
was
he just
on the
straight
zip
up
line.
just turned around and said, bro, what you doing?
Hey, bro, literally, it's what it looked like, bro. You gotta watch the video. I gotta show you this video.
I'll find a way to upgrade us. We'll have some video.
Or like post a video, whatever.
Imagine.
Like have it. Yeah,
Oh
we
my
could
God.
do that. I just have to think about how to do
engineer
it.
my brain. Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
But can you imagine that you going down the zip line, you just run into a sloth?
A sloth? No. Like, are there any sloths here in the U.S. in the freaking tri-state? No,
I don't know.
No, there aren't any.
Where are the
sloths?
do
I
they
think
originate from?
Australian. I don't really know, to be honest. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna have to Google.
I have no
I wish my
idea.
brain could connect to Google. Actually, no, I don't wish that. Never mind.
No,
This is
it's
bad.
gonna happen soon.
I don't want that.
All right. Next one. So the next one is a middle schooler buys new shoes for friend teased by other students. Okay, so I'll elaborate on that. I've seen this a few times now. Reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I'll express it. But so there is this kid that is always being bullied at his school all the time. I don't know what the reason for it was, but a kid decided saw that how much he was being bullied and he didn't like it. So he spoke to, I believe, his parents. and they decided to buy him brand new shoes, as a, as showing him that, he's not alone.
There's good
And
people. There's
yeah,
people that would would
bro,
befriend you and whatnot.
I love that, man. I love that. I'm sure a lot of us have dealt with bullies growing up, and sometimes it can make you stronger, but sometimes it could really like mess people up, man. It could really mess people up. So anyway, I hate freaking bullying. I experienced it when I was younger, but it made me who I am today. I've seen people that goes this a separate way, and it creates like these mental health
Problems.
issues, problems, all this stuff. But I just wanted to mention it because I thought it was cool the fact that this kid did that.
Faith in humanity restored.
Yeah. Okay.
GG.
And then the last one
Upgrade.
was let me see. The 4-day week became a reality for thousands of workers. Oh yeah. So we spoke about this. You know how they're trying to pass a law for us to work only Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, there's people that are advocating for that.
So I think I don't know if it happened, but something like it started being put into practice. I think it was in the UK. I'm not sure. I'm sure you know more about
There's
that
a
than
couple
I am.
of countries that have tried some sort of 4-day work week with some sort of success.
Bro, what do you
actually.
think about it?
I think that the way the world is evolving is way too quick for anyone to predict what is good and what is not. That's my 2 cents on everything, because the world, COVID itself, for example, just proved the point that we can literally function with little to no interaction and still be okay, albeit there's some industries that have suffered and stuff like that. I can't say that it hasn't created problems,
Yeah.
but I think that it showed that flexibility is truly what the future is. So it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
I believe some people will function better with a 4-day work week. I believe some people function better with remote work. I believe some people function better with in-person work.
Bro, I
You
don't
know.
care. I want the 4-day work week.
Yeah.
Bro, it would be so.
Couple more
Listen, just give me
hours.
2 extra hours a day
Yeah,
that I
and
have
it's
to
like
work
it's something
at.
I
to
can
work
see
in.
from that perspective too. It's like I can get whatever I need to get done.
Bro,
or
you
I
get a
try to put
3-day
more
weekend
hours,
at
yeah.
all time. I mean, every week. It's so much more things that you could do and incorporate and into your
Yeah.
life, and maybe even do side hustles that you could start
Whatever
putting
whatever
into.
the case may be, but it's like also time for your hobbies, things that you like to do, things that
Yeah.
you want to get into, or whatever the case may be. I joke around and I always say, oh, get into knitting and shit like that. But the truth of the matter is you kind of should, do little things that are going to at least stimulate you, things that you enjoy, maybe a task that doesn't seem so, horrible for you to do repetitively, whatever the case may be, or whatever. If it's art,
Starting a podcast. We started a podcast with just
music.
yeah,
You need time for that. And unfortunately, the regular 5-day work week and the whole kind of, I guess you could say, hustle culture of modern workday, especially here in the United States of America, lends itself to you eating into your time, and that's not good. So
Yeah.
the 3-day weekend would kind of solve that.
I would love
If
it,
you're
bro.
able to, and then if you have to work a little bit more, and then if you have to switch those days up, like give people the flexibility to do so. Yeah, actually, give them the flexibility to rotate those days. It doesn't always have to be a 3-day 3-day weekend. It could be a split weekend. It could be a 1 day off. That 1 day can make a potential difference for anyone. Honestly, 1 day off or to do anything else that you need
Yeah.
to tend to, it really does help.
Which day would you pick to be off? Would you pick Friday or Monday?
Wednesday.
Wait, what? So you would do Wednesday in between, and then Saturday and Sunday.
I would rotate between that one or Monday.
So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then have. But I'm saying if it's not an option to
If
rotate,
it's not an option to rotate, I would take the Monday.
you would do Monday over Friday.
Yeah.
How come?
Because that's when most people are kind of just in their shells because the weekend, and it's like they're like, oh, Monday, and they're
But isn't
dreading
that
everything.
eventually going to become Tuesday now?
What? Oh
Like,
yeah, Monday. I mean,
like Monday is going to become Tuesday, but basically for me, I'll just do Friday because I'm like it's not going
probably
to change
Friday.
anything.
You know what? Yeah, Friday. But then
But I can see what you're saying though.
Yeah, because I don't know. Generally speaking, I don't want to like cause any. I feel like people are quieter on Mondays because they don't want to, disturb each other's peace and stuff like that. And I get it.
Yeah. But again,
'Cause I'm the
I
same way,
really think that if again, it doesn't matter which one you choose. It doesn't matter. But if you were to choose Monday, I think Monday it's just gonna roll over to Tuesday. Everybody's gonna hate Tuesday.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna start hating Tuesday because they're going in.
Yeah.
If they're supposed to go in, but yeah, either way, they're supposed to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. And if I had to choose a split day, I would choose Wednesday.
Wednesday,
I'm just like sometimes I'm just like please.
Hump
don't.
day.
Yeah, literally. I was a
Like
I because I prefer that because Friday I feel like people tend to be a little more relaxed because they understand that the weekend's coming, especially if they don't have work to do and they don't have to put in overtime and things like that. I feel like people are a little more relaxed.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do a split though. I would just rather have the 3 days in a row. I feel like you could just set up more things that way.
More activities.
Yeah, just better things that you could do. You could even do a mini vacation if you wanted to.
You really could. You could only take 2 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 days away, and it would make you basically just have 5 days.
Yeah.
You can just leave somewhere and just get lost.
I feel like there would be a lot less time taken off
I feel
throughout
so
the
also.
year if you're only working 4 days.
I feel so also. I feel like you would want to get more achieved within that 10 to 12 hour time span.
Yeah.
Right. That at least that would be the case with me.
I think it's a positive for not only people but companies in general.
Yeah. If they
I think they will see production going up.
Striking a balance, is always the challenge.
Yeah.
Companies want obviously good workers and good work in return for what they're paying.
Mm-hmm.
Workers want to get paid a fair wage.
Yeah.
And striking that balance across the board with the whole additives like 4-day work weeks or flexible time can really be the difference sometimes between someone saying, you know what, I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
Right? Versus leaving because I know here I'm guaranteed XYZ or ABC.
Yeah.
I know they're flexible. I know they're going to let me work remote, or I know there's hybrid work, whatever the case may be, whatever work is for you, that if the company works with you and they're able to achieve that balance, that's when that relationship becomes wonderful. I feel like when they force people to do certain things, whatever that is, whether that's in office, hybrid, or even some companies that offer zero support, like for remote workers. Like some companies are awful at remote implementation.
Mm-hmm.
They toss you into a remote world and it's like, oh, you don't even know who to contact.
Yeah.
There's like, you truly don't. Since you're not in an office, there's no people around for you to ask. So you have to ask via email or ask via chat. Yeah. It becomes different. You don't have these conversations,
Yeah.
I'm of the school of thought where the in-person interaction sometimes does matter for certain things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
all right. Well, with that, thank you, Chris. Thank you for spending some time having a conversation with me. Always. If anybody that's watching, if you have any ideas for like topics or anything, please shoot them our way. We would love to see what your thoughts are. And if you're, friends or family that want to be in the podcast, let us know. Hit us up, and we would love to have anybody and have a conversation. And we'll see you guys next time.
Perfect.
Deuces.
See you guys.